Welcome back, everyone. Today's interview is with the very special Dr. Swathi Sharma, who's got 39th rank in NEET SS exam this year and who's taken St. John's Hospital MCH in gynecologic oncology. Many congratulations, Dr. Swathi. We are here to discuss with you your strategy to clear this NEET SS exam when you started preparing and all those things. So let's first start with your introduction, where you did your UG and PG from. Dr. Swathi.
Good evening, ma'am. So basically, first of all, I would like to say that I am a big fan, and it won't be an exaggeration to say that you're one of the best teachers I've ever come across. So thank you so much.
Yes, I was going to talk about all that, our special bonding after that, before we have a
Okay, so coming to the
introduction
point.
of yours. So, of course, you've been a special student. I too have got stories for you. So, first, you tell me about where you did your UG and PG from, and
Yes,
when
ma'am.
did you start preparing?
Yes, ma'am. So I finished my PG in
Thanks
September.
for the love.
So I finished my PG in September 21 from NKP Salvi in Nagpur. So basically, we were supposed to have an exam in June 2021, but it got postponed by 3 months because of COVID. So that 3 months time period, I had to read all the standard textbooks, and I kind of started liking the subject. So I found out about okay, what do we do ahead in this? So I found out about these MCH courses, and I thought, okay, TK, I might give it a shot after my PG exams. So after my PG exam, I got through. I mean, I did pretty well. I got a distinction. I was 76%.
Congratulations.
So yeah, thank you, ma'am. So I did well. So I thought, okay, I'll just give this shot. And I think at that time, the exam was in November. So I finished in September. I practically just had a month, and I didn't really know what to do. So I thought, okay, whatever I've read, I'll just reciprocate that. And then that exam got postponed to Jan.
Yes.
Then I just gathered a few books here and there. I mean, it was pretty haphazard because I didn't really know what to do. So I just gave the exam, and my rank was 93.
All right.
So actually, ma'am, it's I don't know what it is. It was 93 and now it's 39. So my journey from 93 to 39 has been new. So
It could have
actually
been much
better.
better than this.
It could have been 3 or 9 at least.
It could
But
have
okay.
been 3 or 9, definitely. Yes.
I don't know. So in Jan exam, my rank was 93. And then, of course, I was not getting any seat and I wanted oncology. So I was pretty lost. I mean, I definitely thought, okay, I'm not very much behind in the race, but I need to do some proper studying. So I was so lost that I put on the Facebook group that do you have any courses for gynec onco? And I don't know, some angel came and she wrote in my comment section NEET learning, and I would thank her till
Okay,
date.
it's from there you got to know about revenue
Yeah.
learning. It must have
So
been one of the people who, occasionally work with me, Sunanda or Akansha.
I think it was Sunanda, ma'am. Yeah, yeah.
They
So I don't know.
occasionally.
I would like to thank her first. So she just put NEET learning, and I was like, okay. And at that time, I think a merit offer was going on that top 100 were supposed to get a discount. And I thought, okay, then why not go for it? So I didn't even attend like you had some demo lectures. I didn't even attend it. I just uh, subscribed your this thing. Yes, and I think I did that in February first week, and you had already started the session because I think you started in November, and I was lagging behind a lot. The first lecture that I saw yours was on endometriosis, and it was on the second week of February, and I fell in love, ma'am.
Okay,
And I was
endometriosis
like,
is,
okay.
one of my favorite topics to teach.
Yes, and I was like, wow. I mean, what was I doing all this while? So then I just compensated. I mean, whatever I was lagging behind, I saw all your lectures, and it took me like about a month or so to get at par with you. And so I started making notes. So as like that was the only thing I used to do. I stopped referring to other books. I used to listen to your lectures and write down notes and then solve the test series. So likewise, it was going on. And I think the INISS was in April. And that time you had not taught onco till then. And you had told that
Yes, for
go
the previous
to the
INISS, I had not
years.
taught.
Yes, and you told that previous videos you just go through. So till INISS, my target was that whatever you have already taught, endocrine and all, I had to cover. Plus, from the previous videos, I had to cover onco as well. So I tried doing that. And April AIMS exam, I cleared. I mean, I was not eligible for the interview though, but
But you
I think there
qualified.
were only 18 people who got
So
qualified.
you were in those top 18.
I was one of them. So it really gave me a boost that, okay, I'm going in the right direction. So then you started teaching onco. So I added on to those notes. I also read Berek and Hacker simultaneously.
Yes, you were reading
And
Berek and Hacker
yes, I was
simultaneously.
reading Berek and Hacker as well. And so I was adding on to those notes and your notes, your test series. And practically that was it. That was, I mean, I just blindly followed your notes and I held on to it. Then my exam was in June something, June mid, but then it got like I was actually completely prepared for that. And then it got postponed by two
Got
months.
postponed,
So
yes.
it was a bit, I am a bit impatient that way. So it got thoda, I was a bit disheartened. At that time, Dr. Asha contacted me through your NEET learning
Okay.
that
So she also told you.
you would like to study together. So I said, okay, why not? Because I had actually finished your course like full session once. So I thought, okay, studying with someone
That's
probably would
nice.
add on. So we used to discuss, like, we used to have our personal studies as well. And probably 2-3 hours a day on phone, we used to discuss one topic each.
Okay,
So
so
that
2 3
mentally,
hours a day you would discuss on phone.
yeah, matlab, like morning 1 hour, evening 1 hour, we used to divide.
That way you.
Not every day, but then like we used to decide one topic. So one topic we used to finish that day.
Okay.
So we thought that it actually took us like 1.5 months to go through the whole thing.
Okay.
So
Once again.
yes, ma'am. So in that period, actually, I was going through my revisions as well, plus with her. So it was like a double thing.
Yes.
And it was mentally also good that somebody was with me in the same boat because it's very rare to find someone who's preparing for MCH Banat also.
Yes.
So that was a good period. And then you had I had your mock test as well, and I was doing pretty well. I in fact
Yes, you were
came
doing quite
first
well.
in both
See,
the mock tests.
I noticed you when towards the end of the exam, students would post questions, and these
Hmm.
students who've done PG, they post good questions. These are not random questions out of places. So I used to look for answers at different places, 4 or 5 sources. I used to open multiple books and then find a correct answer and then give. And then towards the end of the exam, it got the story was like they would post questions, you would post correct answers. Initially few answers I would check that has this girl answered it correctly, but then I saw that your answers were very on point and very appropriate for that question that was asked. So after that I stopped looking at your answers. I would know that she's answered, it must have been a correct answer only, because oncology is not a subject which I'm clinically practicing or which I've been clinically taught. It is only through Berek and Hacker and NCC and all the sources that I read. And then when people like you help me, it is I feel very happy that somebody who actually knows oncology is answering these questions. The answers that I put are also not from my knowledge or what I have, what I believe. It is from multiple sources, and I also give you those sources. So you are the, I think you're the only one who would give answers that I felt, yes, this is the kind of answer that I don't need to add on or correct it. So that is
I'll
how,
keep doing that, ma'am.
that
I'll
is the
keep doing that.
time I thought that this girl is going to give me a very, very good rank, which unfortunately you have not. This is not a rank that I was expecting from you. So that was your story of working hard, being an intelligent student, doing it very fast. So now you called me and you told me that you've been trying for a long time, so you didn't appear for INISS. You just cleared your exam in 2021 and you've
Yes,
got
ma'am.
hired.
Actually, no, actually, ma'am, my rank was not that horrendous that I would not end up getting a seat. So my rank was 39. I knew I would.
You
And
could
the
have.
INISF, I know I could have, ma'am, but
You could
I
have,
don't know,
but
there was
I
just,
know the fight is very tough, and
yes.
you need a lot of, dedication in your head that you have to do it, which you thought that it's all right, I'll enjoy life, I'll chill. Anyways,
Actually, actually, ma'am, like I actually thought that the counseling process would start by November.
and
So,
then you proceed.
yeah, and it got delayed, and by that time the form filling had the time
Yes,
had
anyway.
passed. So in the midway, I
So,
thought I
all
should
right.
have.
So let's not talk about INISS. Let's talk about what happened in your exam? So normally I ask students, what did you do? How did you achieve such a good score? Now I'm asking you, what went wrong, Swathi? What went wrong in the exam? So how many you
Ma'am,
attempted? How many you left?
you won't believe. I think there were 7 to 8 questions कि आप मुझे नींद से भी उठा के बोल दोगे ना कि स्वाति इसका right answer क्या है, I would have given that. And
Yes,
around
in
7
the
to
exam.
8 questions I have done wrong, which is so
So
basic.
easy.
Rubella
See, what
questions I've
happened?
done
You saw
wrong.
the paper, there was only obstetrics, and you got scared that I don't know obstetrics, I only know oncology.
Probably.
The knowledge that you only know oncology was your problem in your exam. You thought you don't know obstetrics, but these obstetric questions were actually very simple,
Simple.
which you remember you've marked wrong. So let's hear your story. What went wrong, Swati?
First of all, I was pretty anxious. I don't know. I didn't get proper sleep also the previous night, and it was early in the morning. My session, like first, I think it was on the 1st of September, 9 a.m. batch. So I reached there by 7, and I was very scared. And as soon as I saw the paper, 50 questions ho gaye, 60 questions ho gaye. There were no oncology
No
questions,
oncology
and
questions this
they were
time.
all obstetrics, and it was not. So the questions were also not like कि, okay, now this is the right answer. No, it was thoda मतलब 1-2 options में they were pretty confusing. And I started losing my confidence by the
Yes,
60th,
that is
70th
what happened to
question.
you.
Yes, and like by the time I reached the 100th question, I was like, what is happening? I mean, there's no onco question, there's no repro question. Also, repro also I prepared pretty well.
Yes, but
Well, not much in depth was asked, and I think I lost my confidence in between. That's what happened.
yeah.
So as such, like if I see that even 4 to 5 questions on the other side, I would have been in top 10.
Yes, you could have.
But then I also think that there is no end to greed, man. Like if 4 to 5
I know.
questions I would have been on this side,
This
I would
side,
not have been talking to you right now.
yes. Okay,
So
so
I think I had
maybe
just
let's
to
test
hit.
you. Your voice is not audible suddenly.
Uh,
Yeah, now
yes,
it's
ma'am.
audible.
I'm saying I had gone to hit a century, but I couldn't.
Yes,
And
you couldn't.
but yeah, so that's what I was regretting. I was feeling very bad after the results, after the exam, and after the results came out. But that's what I concluded, that there's no end to greed, and I should be just probably some places written for me, and that's where I
Yes,
need
and
to
you are in the
go.
end doing MCH oncology, so that is what
Yes,
matters.
ma'am. So I would just want to tell everybody that you have, like, if you've prepared well from your notes and you've been doing well, I would just tell them that don't lose confidence in between.
Yes,
And
you will score
if
good.
you are confused, everybody else is also confused.
Everybody is, because
Question.
the response was common. Everyone told me that the paper was very bad. So you told me, all others had told me that the paper was very bad. We are not going to. After the paper, I thought I'm not going to have any rankers this time. But then there are so many rankers. Everybody feels the same. Everybody prepares from the same books only. And if it is a difficult paper, so this is a good tip you're giving to the students, that if you have prepared, be confident. If it's
Right.
difficult, it'll be difficult for everyone.
Right. So if you are confused, if you are a standard, like you've studied properly, and if you think that you are confused in this question and these are weird questions, it's the same for everybody. So
Yes.
everybody's sailing in the same boat, and you need to keep your calm and you need to keep your mental peace. Like for example, me and Dr. Asha, we had read the same thing, literally the
Yes.
same thing, and her rank is 6 and mine is 39. I'm
Yes.
very happy
And
for
in
her.
the mock test, which was pretty difficult, your rank was first and her rank was third.
Yes,
So
and
it was obvious that you were reading together, so you had very close marks. And now she has first and you've got 39
yeah,
because you were nervous. That happens with many people. It happened with me also in many exams. My pulse rate would be 140, heart would be racing. I wouldn't understand anything. It's like my mind has got clouded. And then in the end, you just get average marks somehow after so much hard work
yeah.
also. So it's all.
I started getting headache in the middle, and I was like, "What is happening? What am I doing here?" And I don't know. It was not my day. That's it.
But still, you have got a good rank, a rank that people in the upcoming batch want to have and want to go to your center to do MCH. So, of course, with all the hard work that you put in for the last 6-7 months that helped you score, whatever you scored, 39th rank. At least that was possible because of that. So let's not get disheartened. You've got a rank, you've got a good
It is
seat.
a bit disheartening, but okay.
Let's be happy for that. Many things could have happened. You're very right to say that many things could have happened. It could have been on either side.
Exactly.
So you're at least
Exactly.
you're in a good position. You're going to do MCH. So let's be happy for that.
Right, ma'am.
Right. So tell me, where would you answer those questions from, the doubts that students would ask? So what were the other sources that you were reading?
Ma'am, I practically read just your notes and Berek and Hacker. That's it.
Berek and Hacker.
Nothing else.
Because
And of
those
course, FIGO
questions,
guidelines.
you read guidelines. Which guidelines for oncology you're saying, or you're saying
FIGO guidelines.
FIGO guidelines that everybody has to read. That
And
is
whatever you had suggested, I was reading only that. I was just,
reading.
you were that tree in that storm, and I held on to that tree.
That is so nice of you. In the exam also, you should have held on to yourself. You're not so disheartened because you're doing MCH. I'm more disheartened with your result.
No, ma'am, I am very, I mean, I can't tell you, but I'm just somehow consoling myself that I'm at least glad I'm here talking to you, giving this interview. I don't know.
Yes,
Like,
so
I think if I was a bit more unlucky that day, I would have lost.
You would have
So,
lost it, yes.
yeah.
So in the end, it matters that you're doing MCH.
And I'm a strong believer of destiny, ma'am. I think that college was written for me and it's waiting for
Yes.
me.
And it's going to be a good place. It is going to
Yes.
be a place that you're going to fall in love with sooner.
I hope so.
So that's nice. So any tip you would want to give to your juniors for the NEET SS 2023 exam?
I would just want to say that, see, like, don't go by my rank. I'm 39. I know I'm nobody to tell you anything, but I'm just trying to say
No,
that
we all
I
know that
had.
you could have got a rank within, I do believe firmly from all the students that I've seen from my experience that you could have definitely got a rank within, first 5. Definitely. If not first 10, it would, if not first 5, at least first 10, I do believe.
I wanted first, ma'am, but okay, never mind. It's okay.
No, that time also when you had called me, I said, no, I just want 1 to 10. A single digit rank is all that I want. Anyway, so you have a 2-digit rank. It's all
Yeah,
right.
anyway,
So your tip,
So I would just say that, like, if okay, there's a different perspective in the exam. I agree. There's an altogether different kind of pressure, but there were 8 to 9 questions which were so silly that I did wrong. Okay, 8 to 9 questions plus, matlab 8 into 5, 40 marks ahead of mine is way above rank 1. So I would just want to say that if my preparation was enough, and what was my preparation was reading your notes. So it was just like the material that you've given is up to date. It's like completely recent. Like if we I had read all the standard books in the PG as well, but then what you teach, like especially endometriosis and whatever you took up in the just before the exam, which were the guidelines that were changing, and you were constantly in touch with us. Okay, that for the biostats also you gave us for the this thing you gave for the what is that called, the national programs wala this thing also. So you are always looking out for us, that what kind of paper is going to come, and you make sure that you like shorten all the recent guidelines and put it across. And so you actually need not do anything else but just follow what ma'am is saying. That's all. I mean that will make your life much easier, and it would give you a proper schedule to follow, like the lectures that she's been taking. Just read that, make notes out of it, and solve questions, and again revise it, and then go for the next one. So it is a proper schedule that has to be followed, because then it becomes very haphazard reading. You don't really know from where to study, and the portion is a bit vast. So if you end up reading the whole Barakin Hacker, you would not be retaining anything. So you have very nicely made it very crisp and short and very precise up to the point, and that's what needs to be retained. So I would actually say that in fact, I'm regretting that why didn't I take this thing for the PG tenure? Like, I got to know that you had your course even in the PG period.
Yes, I started just 1 year ago.
Okay, I would actually suggest all my juniors as well. But
Yes.
whoever has finished their MS and want to give this exam, uh, only and only your notes and your videos and whatever you tell to follow. Okay, you have to read these guidelines, you say it in every video as well. So I used to just do that. So okay, you might get a bit unlucky like me, but you will end up getting a seat. And if you
Yes,
are
you end
lucky,
up
then you
getting a
will
seat,
be in
even
top
if,
five.
even if you have not done very well in your exam. Still, if your preparation is good, you will get a good seat.
Yes.
Right. So, you've been a personal favorite, Dr. Swathi, that you should know by
Thank you
now
so much.
because of
Thank you
all the
so
answers that you would give in the those questions that students post. They are actually important questions because I don't take them lightly because they are all postgraduates preparing for a super specialty exam. And now I would like to tell all the students to start posting those questions again. I'm not getting a lot of questions nowadays, and since you're there in the Telegram group, if you know those answers, please answer them. This is what I tell to all my
much.
pass outs, that you have to help me in oncology to answer those questions.
Definitely. And ma'am, it gives a good boost. Like, okay, if somebody is preparing with you and that person has posted a question, matlab, you must have thought of something. सोच समझ के
Yes,
उसने डाला
they
होगा.
must
That
have
person
looked
must have
up and then they have
exactly. That person must
posted.
have seen your note. They must have seen, and they must have
Yes,
not figured it out, and then only they're posting. And
yes, so
after seeing that, if you get an answer, it actually gives a boost.
yes,
That okay, now I could answer this, and I could give a proper explanation. If somebody is asking you
yes, you
back,
would do
and
that.
you
You
have
would
a proper
explain, you would answer, and the answers were always correct. So I had started, liking you since then, that this girl is going to give me a rank.
I don't
Anyways,
know. I'm a sadist or what, but I wanted the paper to be tougher, but
yes,
it
of
came out to
course.
be.
This is what our teacher, physics teacher in 12th would tell us, that you have to pray for a difficult paper because that is a better filter. It filters out the good students. If it's a very easy paper, everybody will mark all correct answers. And then if you have one silly mistake, which the intelligent people are going to make, silly mistakes, are patented for those who have worked hard or who are talented.
For
You're
those
going
who
to make
study
silly
more.
mistakes. Yes. So if it is a difficult paper, one or two silly mistakes here and there can be forgiven. But if it's an easy paper, one silly mistake and you're gone. And then you did seven silly mistakes,
7, 8, 8, I think. Yeah, 8.
eight silly mistakes. So if you could have marked those answers correctly, these were simple questions. So that is what happens. If it was a tough paper, those silly mistakes, considering them also, you would have got a very good rank because they are going to happen. The more you work, the more you are have prepared, the more number of silly mistakes you're going to make if it is an easy paper. Right. So, anyways, I don't know why I keep saying anyways. Congratulations. I shouldn't be saying anyways. Congratulations for your rank.
Thank you.
Congratulations for being, for doing MCH oncology, the thing that you always wanted to do. Now, one more small question I had. Why do you keep telling me that I've been preparing for a long time? You just passed out in 2021.
No, yes, ma'am. No, no, preparing for not a long time, but I have not really taken a break. It was like, I
Okay.
think since past 1 year or maybe
You've
yeah.
been traveling a lot. I do follow
Yeah,
my students on Facebook. I'm not there on Instagram. I want to infiltrate Instagram also. So I'm there on Instagram, but you're not in my friends list. So I've seen that you travel, you go to
ma'am,
weddings.
actually, I'm someone who I like doing everything. I can't simply
Right.
sit and
So it's
study.
not that
So
you've been studying for a long time.
yes, I haven't. But in fact, you should ask Dr. Asha Di also that she used to say कि स्वाति क्या कर रही है? And I'm like नहीं अभी मैं gym जा रही हूँ अभी मैं badminton जा रही
Ah,
हूँ और
that's
ये
what
so I used
gymming.
to
I
do.
have started gymming now. Now is the time that I do. During my college days, I never thought I had time. So that's called studying. Studying, or studying for a long time is what Asha did, which I had done for a long time. But you just did for 1 year. So don't get tired so
No,
soon.
no, I'm not tired now. Like
Yes.
I am all prepped up for MCH. So that's
Yes.
yeah.
I was really hoping that you would give the INISS exam. But anyways, it
Actually,
was.
yes, ma'am. The whole problem was not because I was tired. That's still secondary.
And it's,
The thing
difficult
was,
for people who are, you've done from Nagpur, no?
hmm,
It's difficult for people from Nagpur to convince those, AIMS people. At least Suvidya is from LHMC and
from at
MAMC.
least Delhi.
So
Exactly.
they have a frequency which matches. I was also someone from Maharashtra who went to Delhi. They don't know, don't know our college names. They underestimate us. So the interview would have been a difficult part, but you would have definitely, just like last time, qualified for the written at least.
Well, I think that would have been more disheartening that I've again put 2 months and again. I don't know.
Yes. So you get
So
disheartened easily. Anyways, you have to be a little
unfortunately,
stronger. Life can be difficult, paper can be easy, or paper can be difficult, not what you have expected, but still you don't have to lose your cool.
yes,
Anyway, so it was congratulations on this
thank
wonderful result. Congratulations on wonderful performance. And we will definitely stay in touch.
sure, ma'am. I'll keep doing what I've been doing. And I think now
Yes,
I'll be doing in a much better way.
definitely keep answering and answer in a way that I don't have to check. If it's your answer, I will not check.
I'll give all the references, everything. Don't
Yeah.
worry, ma'am. I'll do that bit for you.
Because when you were preparing, you were sincerely preparing. I know what happens in residency. You do residency, you're, just working, and reading comes only 3 months before exam. So don't be that kind of a student. Keep reading for 3 years and keep answering. Stay in touch with the students who are preparing.
Sure. Definitely, ma'am. I will.
Wonderful. So it was nice knowing you, Swathi. You're a wonderful person.
Thank
Thanks.
you.